Sathyabama Institute of Science and Technology.
Hello all, this is Dharani working as an assistant professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Sathyabama Institute of Science and Technology. So now we discuss about a graph traversal in data structure. So first, what is data structure? So data structure is used for organizing, processing, retrieving of data. Data structure is classified into two types, linear data structure and non-linear data structures. So linear data structures under the concept of array, stack, queue and linked list. Non-linear is the concept of trees and graphs. So linear is for storing accessing the data in the sequential or linear order. Non-linear means it's not in a linear form. So we discuss the one of the concept in data structure as graph traversal. So first we discuss about traversal. So traversal is a process in which each element of the data structure is accessed. So which is means the data structure visiting every element in a node. Graph traversal has two types. So the first one is breadth first search, depth first search. So we discuss the breadth first search first. Breadth first search BFS traversal is an algorithm which is used to visit all of the node of a given graph. So in this traversal, one node is selected, then all of the adjacent nodes are visited one by one. It's implemented queue data structure. So these are the steps we followed in breadth first search. So the first step is start from the vertex V1. So we are taking one node as a V1. So insert the particular V1 into the queue and then insert all the adjacent nodes of V1 into the queue. Step 3, process V1, then start with the next vertex in a queue. Step 4, for the next vertex, insert all the adjacent nodes into the queue. Step 5, repeat the process until the queue is empty. So this is an example for BFS traversal. So here in graph, it consists of vertices and edges. So vertices are represented as a nodes, edges are represented as a lines. So this is an example for BFS traversal. So first step is select the vertex A as a starting node. So first process is we have to select one node as a vertex V1. So here I am choosing A node as a V1. First insert the A node into the queue. So next step 2, visit all the adjacent vertex of A which is not visited. So here what are the adjacent nodes? D, E, B. So these three nodes are the adjacent nodes of A. So first we insert these three nodes into the queue and remove the A node from the queue because it visited all the adjacent nodes. Step 3. So first visit all the adjacent nodes of D. So which is not visited. So what are the adjacent nodes of D? A, E are the adjacent nodes of D. So A is already visited, so we ignore that. We insert E node into the queue. So next step 4, visit all adjacent nodes of E which is not visited because here E is in the queue. So first we consider what are the adjacent nodes of E. So what are the adjacent nodes here? D, A, B, C and F. So these are the adjacent nodes. So in our queue already E and B are present. So we inserted C and F into the queue. So step 5, visit all the adjacent nodes of B which are not visited. So delete B from the queue. So next step 6, visit all the adjacent nodes of C because C is present in the queue. So what are the adjacent nodes of C? E, F, G and B are the adjacent nodes of C. So B, E are already visited. So we ignore that. We insert F and G into the queue here. Step 7, visit all the adjacent nodes of F because in the previous step F is present in the queue. So delete F from the queue and insert all the adjacent nodes of F. So here what are the adjacent nodes? G and C are the adjacent nodes. C is already visited, so we insert G into the queue. So here visit all the adjacent nodes of G which are not visited. So G is what are the adjacent nodes of C? G, C and F are the adjacent nodes of G. Both the nodes are already visited. So we ignore the G node into the queue. So now we stop the process because our queue is in empty. So the output for this stage is A, B, E, B, C, F, G. So this is a way the traversal will happen here. Thank you.